to talk about some crafts and hobbies that Ruben and I enjoy doing. And we spend our weekends doing sometimes, and when we have time, as time allows. So I'm going to start over here. Some new additions to our house. This knife rack, Ruben just finished making on the weekend. It is made out of cedar. It smells really good. And we can put our knives in there.
You have to understand that this is a custom design. And
Yes.
one of my friends asked me if I was making it for a saber because it was so tall, but it is supposed to be for multi-purpose use or whatever you say. So it's nice and tall so you can move it into our actual kitchen and just grab the knives at a comfortable height. The slots in the top are custom fit to our knife set.
Alright, so that's that. As you know, we enjoy growing plants, and before I married Ruben, I had an ivy plant of my own. I made this macrame plant hanger with some, I think it's like some sort of hemp rope.
Mm-hmm.
So I spent a lot of time braiding this thing and putting beads on it. So that was a fun project. I enjoy doing those. So this is my ivy plant, and it was doing really great until like a few weeks ago. It started looking kind of bad and the leaves are shedding. So we figured it needed repotting, so today I repotted it and trimmed the ends off, and there's the ivy now. Hopefully it regrows. Alright, what else? Here I enjoy sewing. That's a pastime I like to do on the weekends when I have time. So here's some things I've made already. A little dress. And a bigger one.
Hang on, let me get a nice shot of these gorgeous pieces of artistry. They are. You're good at it. When did you start doing this?
So I learned how to sew when I was in high school, like at my junior year. I worked with a lady in a place where they sew clothes. As you can see, we sew our own skirts. So she taught me a lot of sewing tricks, and ever since then I've just enjoyed doing it. I like to experiment. I find a pattern and I don't really know how to do it, but I just sort of figure it out on my own. So that's what this is. This is another dress I'm making. It's not done, but there's the bare bones. I tried a new version of making a dress this time, so we'll see how that turns out.
It's very cute. What age of kid is supposed to be that size or whatever?
This is for a newborn.
Okay.
A baby. Yeah.
So do you have sizes? Do you have measurements for specific ages, or how does it work? Or did you just wing it by the babies that you've seen?
No, so in the sewing place where I was working, they have patterns for different ages.
Mm-hmm.
They'll have like newborn, like whatever, 4 to 6 months, that kind of thing. Sort of standard sizes. Obviously, every kid is different, and they're not all going to fit in the same thing, but
Sure.
hopefully this fits the baby.
Yes. Very pretty.
That's that. Over here, we have a really beautiful piece of artwork from my aunt, Hannah, who lives in England. She is a very amazing artist. She actually painted on both sides of this rock slate. This is daisies. And then calla lilies. And this is actually, I think, a roof tile from a house in England.
Correct.
Obviously, they have really old houses over there, so that's what this is. Very cool art form. And she just sent that over to us as a wedding gift, since she couldn't be at our wedding. All right.
You can hear that's real slate.
Yeah.
It's pretty heavy.
Up here, these are the last things we'll talk about today. Some more cooking equipment, and this comes to you all the way from Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico. Whoop, whoop!
Alright, so Ruben's family has friends who live in Puerto Rico, and our grandmother, Lucy, has sent these to us as a gift. Ruben can talk more about these because he knows more about them than I do, but they are both used for cooking.
Yes. She just doesn't want to talk in Spanish on live TV.
Listen, I'm not that good.
It's fine. You're getting better. So the one that Maureen's holding up right now, maybe some of you know it by another name, but in Puerto Rico we call it a pilon, P-I-L-O-N, with the accent over the O, pilon. And it's like a mortar and pestle, used to grind spices, and then most importantly, a large pilon like this, you can see this gorgeous turned wood that is oiled, obviously with culinary grade oil, is used for mashing plantain. So we make a dish in Puerto Rico called mofongo, which is mashed plantain with bacon bits and just about everything you can imagine that tastes good in it. And the easiest way to do it is in a pilon by hand. So I use that fairly often. I mean, I'm not making them every week, but people always love that dish. So that will be used for that. And the second one is this also even more intricate and incredible piece called a tostonera. Tostones is the Spanish word for fried and flattened pieces of plantain. And the way you work this piece of equipment Maureen will show you is you put the tostones, or the plantain, right on that flat surface, put the top on, and it fits in there, and you just kind of turn it and put pressure on it once or twice. You don't do it a lot. And then the tostones comes out, and you refry it again to get a nice crispy, salty snack, basically. You can flip this one over. It's two-sided, which is why this tostonera is so amazing. And you can make a little cup, a little plantain cup, and fill it with like mariscos, seafood, or whatever, I don't know, anything that you want and enjoy. So that's the tostonera, and you can see on it, it says Puerto Rico somewhere. I think you have it upside down, actually. It's in red. Yeah. Right there. Let it focus. There you go. Hecho en Puerto Rico. Okay. So we're going to be using that, and we'll hopefully make some videos using these really nice cooking tools. As you can see, we like wood, so I'm into the vibe. And then, oh, Maureen, if you just grab the pilon, the other pilon from up there. This pilon is my grandmother's, so it's very dear to me, and you can see it's been well worn. There's a big chip right out of the main mashing piece, and you can see how it's worn on the bottom. A lot of food has gone through this pilon, and I think this one was made in the 1940s, so it's pretty old. Wow. But I use it all the time.
That's great. So next up, I guess we'll be doing some cooking videos for you.
Yeah, we'll do Spanish, we'll do Puerto Rican cuisine, and some African stuff as well. So stay tuned, and hopefully you don't get too hungry as you watch the video.
Alright, bye.
Okay.
Sorry guys, we forgot like the best craft in our house. Essentially what you do is you blow up a balloon, hence the shape of the lamp. You cover it with lotion or some sort of grease, and then you take string and you just dip it in Elmer's glue so it's totally coated, and then you wrap it around the balloon. Wrap, wrap, wrap. Now you could do the whole thing with string, which is a lot of string. We did two kinds of string, as you can see, the raffia and some sort of hemp rope. And then there were still a lot of gaps, and I was like, I mean, do you want to put more string on there? And he was like, no, I don't want to put more string.
Okay, wait, we need to add a caveat to this. We basically had an argument about what we should do. I mean, it wasn't a real fight.
It wasn't an argument. It was just, yeah.
It was a moment.
It was, yeah, one of those. So in the end, I was like, I didn't really want to see a bare light bulb like hanging in our living room, so we decided to put tissue paper on the edge. And so that's the final product. It dried and the balloon popped, and up it went.
And it glows nicely, and the yellow raffia that Maureen was talking about actually kind of adds to the whole yellow light effect.
So this is very easy. You could try it at home.
Yeah, try it at home. Seriously, all these things, making things by hand is, I think, really important. Yeah. So give it a shot and see what happens.